Heroes!
And Villains of Endsweek! I did it. I didn't
Michael.
mix it up. I'm Zach.
You guys are watching another episode of Heroes versus Villains.
Villains on Board Game Centric.
Hey guys, welcome back. We are doing another episode of Heroes versus Villains. And today's episode, we played some
Splendor.
awesome games. Splendor,
It was a fun game.
Lords of Rock, and
Great.
the Village Crone. And okay.
Ate it.
Anyway, so this episode, we're going to talk about these games.
Yeah, sponsored by Villains of Endsweek. Because we won again. But not
Yeah.
because of me. Sidekick time.
It's unfortunate.
I lost every game.
Anyway, Splendor. Let's talk about Splendor first. So, again, guys, I know you've probably seen our previous videos, our board game bento boxes. You'll know that these games came out of bento boxes.
Mhm.
And we're just trying to play through a bunch of games none of us have played.
Yeah, for the most part.
So, that's what we're seeing.
So we're just trying to learn them. And let's say, Splendor, amazing game. I feel like pieces just fell when I did that, but whatever. Really cool. Really like the gameplay.
Splendor was great. I've been told many, many times, get it off your table of shame and play it and put it on your wall behind us. And finally we did. We had an opportunity.
Yeah, regrettably it took this long because I can't wait till the next time I get to play this game. It was really fun.
I'm looking forward to getting the expansion.
There's expansions?
There's one expansion. I
should know
think there's just one. I don't know what it's called.
Hmm.
But anyway, so the game was great. We had a lot of fun. It was 2v2. We had partners in crime or partners in heroism.
Yeah, sidekicks. However you want to call them.
Unfortunately, Heroes lost the Splendor round.
Yep, and fortunately, the sidekick for the villains carried us through every game. By a lot.
Heroes got stomped, but he did not do that well.
I played the worst in every single game we played today. Hands down. My partner played this game and didn't even go for the big point items. She just said, I just thought we just played the game until we got points. What?
Anyway,
I tried to play as strategically as possible and got like 5 points.
so it was great. Splendor had a little bit of everything. You had strategy. You had some resource management when it came to the gems, and I liked how the gold token worked,
That was
acting
really
as a
cool.
wild.
Mm-hmm.
You had nobles that you had to basically attract by maintaining permanent resources.
Yeah, and they had a pretty intense sneer to most of them.
Yeah,
Intimidating.
pretty mean. So, what do we rate this game?
At least, I would say 9 out of 10, if not a 10 out of 10. I love the way this game played. I love the mechanics. I need to stop hitting the box. Love the mechanics. I really like the way the pieces are done. The quality of each piece of the
Really
game
nice,
is
really nice.
amazing. Yeah. I really like how you can deprive everyone of certain resources. I did that. It did not help. But it was fun to watch everyone struggle for a certain color.
Alright, I give it a 9 out of 10 as well. Again, super easy. The quality's great. The gameplay was a lot of fun. It's definitely a game that should have been on my wall a long time, and I'm glad it's going to be there now.
Me too. Can't wait the next time we get to play.
Awesome. Lords of Rock. Lords of Rock, if you remember,
Fantastic.
Zach was super excited about this game when we opened it out of the bento box. And for the right reasons. I think it started off slow and we were all kind of like, I don't know what's happening. But it was awesome. You got to basically pick a band, play at venues, score souls of your fans, and we had a blast. It was a lot of fun. Lots of really funny things, positive points, negative points, moving you up and down the board.
It was
really
fun.
cool.
Yeah.
It's kind of like, I don't know what to compare it to. It's its own, I hate saying a game is its own thing, but it's very good that it's its own thing.
Yeah.
It had a really cool like secret. You play a card down, you keep going around until you pass. You keep playing cards. If you won, you pass. It has that kind of mechanic, like a hand management.
Yeah, and
Secret hand
it was
management.
pretty cool that you had to, depending on the size of the venue, you use different instruments or different parts of your band, and each member of the band did something as a backup, and they could come in too and support. So you had a lot of management there when you were initially creating your band, as to how you want your band to go.
Just because you had played a full house and you used the entire band and you started off with a lot of points, everyone else could pretty much mess you up, giving themselves bonuses and giving you negatives.
Yeah.
So
learned that the hard way. I picked the highest points on everything possible, and we played the smallest venues for almost the entire game. So I had the weakest backup. Everything.
But it was a lot of fun.
It was a lot of fun. What would you give it?
Oh man, that's a good question. I would probably give it an 8 out of 10.
I agree. It has very, very high quality pieces. Those cards are not going to come apart anytime soon. I mean, I feel like you could, outside of tearing them, they're going to last forever.
They're really high. And the only reason I give it an 8 out of 10, I think, is only because, and this is first impression. Don't forget that. These are first impression reviews. We'll go back through and we'll write up reviews. You guys can go and check them out. BoardGameCentric.com. And check out the reviews that we've written. And that might be higher once I break it down into what I liked, what I didn't like. But the only reason is just because of the very beginning when we were trying to learn the game.
We had absolutely no idea what to do.
Learning the game, and it was quick. Once we got it, cool, awesome.
It was awesome.
But the very beginning, I think, was confusing because you have so many different, they call pantheons, so many different from Olympians and Asgardians, Norse, you have Egyptian, stuff like that. There were lots of things to choose from, and we were kind of looking at it like, what is this?
Yeah, and I thought that was the best part, the chaotic part of the game when you're learning a new game. They don't know what's going on, you don't know what's going on, pick what looks the coolest, and generally you will do the best.
And it worked out. It worked out really well.
Not for me, but...
So, 8 out of 10, again, that could change. Alright, let's move to the Village Crone. Oh,
no.
Village Crone was that game that we saw the very first time, and we're like,
cool.
This game looks awesome. Unfortunately, it did not play as awesome as we wanted it to.
No.
All the parts were cool, don't get me wrong. The 6-piece modular board to rearrange however you want, that was awesome.
The thematic parts of the game, amazing.
Yeah, everything was good. It was another resource management game. You collected ingredients to cast your spells, to do different things. That was really cool. You could have your people. Your people could be turned into frogs. They could fall in love.
You could just lock them down to a certain area, change them around with your familiars, make them just walk around town.
It was a lot of fun. Like, in that aspect, it could have been more fun.
Right.
There was so much downtime between turns. You're waiting on someone to figure stuff out, and it's a new game. That takes time. You have to think it because in one moment, someone can change everything.
Yeah, it can wreck your whole turn.
You don't have a chance to complete your schemes of these things you're trying to do. Maybe you have to turn someone into a frog. Or maybe you have to get someone moved to a different area and someone else turn them into a frog. So now you have to undo that. And that takes time and it takes turn.
Yeah, and I just don't like it. All the cool parts about the game are awesome. The parts that are horrible are the high score limit, which in some gaming circles, that could be great, But I feel like it just took too long to get there. And the schemes you had to complete were almost too random. Like, if you had to teleport somebody to a certain area, again, they could have been turned into a frog, or you spend your entire turn setting up, just trying to get all your resources together, getting characters moved around, and it can be, we played a 4-player game, 6 turns before it comes back to you, and by the time that happens, you're not even close.
You don't know what's happening.
If you're lucky. And some players, happenstance, they just kind of, their turn started, and all of their stuff was set up, they just threw down 2 spells, got the points. Other players, they might have had that, and they never got it back. But it was very cool that you had to speak the incantations. That's it. You had to speak the incantations, and if someone didn't do it, you could call them out on it and cancel their spell. That part, I thought was pretty fun. Yeah.
So, because of that, the game has really cool parts, but they just don't mesh well with it.
Yeah, I really like the game. I think with a few tweaks or some house rules, this game could still be something great. Yeah, but as is, I couldn't recommend it. I have the most negative opinion of the game.
You had the highest opinion of the game.
I know,
when we opened it.
Which is unfortunate. I feel like that's probably why I had a hugely negative opinion, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
So, unfortunately, I cannot recommend it, and I would give it the lowest score we could possibly give it. Michael says I'm not allowed to give it a 0, so I'm going to give it a 0 plus whatever the minimum has to be, so at least 1, I guess.
At least one. One's
At least
fair.
one. In my opinion, could change over time, especially if we adapted some kind of house rules to it. I think I would like the game more. But as is, the scoring system is terrible. And just trying to get those schemes done, which again is part of the scoring system, terrible. Every other part of the game, amazing, fantastic. I feel like this had a lot of potential, and it just kind of flopped right there at the finish line.
I agree. I'm going to give it a 3, though.
Wow.
3 out of 10. And the reason is because things are horrible, the scoring system, not that great. The turn time was the biggest detractor for me. It
Horrible.
takes forever, and you're not doing anything.
Mhm.
Like, other games use the time in productive ways. Maybe there's management. You know, someone could be moving something on the board or doing something while other people are doing things. This game had none of that.
No.
And that was a huge detractor. But the parts that were good were great.
Amazing, beyond the
And
expectation.
there were moments we had a blast, and we were laughing, and it was really fun. We kept countering each other's spells. That was hilarious.
Well, it
And
was
stuff like that
unexpected.
made the game good and a lot of fun in the slow moments. That's why I gave it a 3. Everything looks
Yeah.
great. The cards are great. The quality is great. It was really good. So 3 out of 10.
Yeah, and like you said with the downtime, I mean, you couldn't even watch people set their turns up and try to think about what you were going to do because everything changed too often almost, really. Other than that, like I said, it had a lot of potential. It has really high quality pieces. It's awesome that it has a modular board. It even gives you a bunch of little setups for it. If they just came up with a better scoring system, I think it would be better. And a better turn system. Like, just take away the whole rounds and turns. Just start a turn and just keep it going in clockwise fashion.
Yeah, I think that would work. That would have been nicer.
Yeah,
It'd be
because
smoother.
And maybe we played it wrong. I don't think we did.
Anyway.
It's bad.
So, scoring. Let's go heroes versus villains. Splendor. Villains won.
Not because of me, but that's cool. I'll take it.
Lords of Rock. Villains won.
Sidekick again.
Village Crone. Villains won.
It was pretty awesome to be a villain tonight.
So, that's the second clean sweep villains have gotten.
Yeah. And if not for the sidekicks, villains would have been swept under the rug every single game. Most of these games, I
If
did
you were
terrible.
left by yourself,
I'm talking, I did.
your help was literally pulling you.
I had 2 points in this game. Actually, pretty good in Lords of Rock. I did really good in Lords of Rock. Still didn't
You
win.
beat me. You beat me legitimate.
And then Splendor, I also had close to like 5 points or something really low. Oh no, I had a really high score. I don't remember.
I don't know. It was close.
It was a fun game though. Who cares? It's a great game. I would love to replay this game sometime in the future.
Awesome. Cool. Guys, thanks so much. That's our video. That's our episode. Heroes versus Villains, episode 4. We appreciate it. Remember, like, share, subscribe, hit the bell, like Zach always says.
Yeah, more cowbell.
Wow.
We could say that.
More cowbell. Get this game. It's hilarious.
It's amazing. The puns alone are worth it.
Anyway, we appreciate it. Leave comments in the comment section. I forgot what I was going to say. I'm sorry.
Yeah. And don't forget to hit up BoardGameCentric.com. It might not be live. Hopefully it will be soon. That's where you can catch us doing vlogs, reviews of these games. Maybe we'll throw in a little side story, just something, some flair on there.
It'll be a lot of fun. We have a lot of things that we want to do. So
Yeah. And hopefully we can quit our jobs and do this full time.
And-
We're getting closer.
Another thing, if you guys have a suggestion for an episode that you would like to see, leave it in the comment.
Yeah, let us know. Give us games. Give us 3 games to mash up. Let us know. Or 1 or 2. It'd be great. We'll figure it out.
And we'll throw in another one of our own.
Yeah, and if we don't have them, we'll find them. Hopefully.
Awesome, guys. Thank you so much. Again, do all those things we said already. We appreciate it. And remember, it's all in the box.
Yeah, the power is yours.
Hello, heroes.
Hold on, it won't take that long.
Heroes.
Villains
Of Endsweek.
of Endsweek.
Gotta do it again.
That's getting harder every time.